So part 2 of the workshop, I'm just going to go through a couple more ways that I actually ink the base up, and one of the ways I've found is by using a Brilliance ink pad and just literally swiping it over the Grungeboard itself. This is a very quick way of getting some colour onto the Grungeboard. Gives you a nice light base to your work. So that's one way. And the next that I've found, just by accident, when I stamped over a piece, I was a bit reluctant to waste a piece, so I tried to go over it, and I did this by using a Cosmic Shimmer pot. I actually used a watercolour, but this time I got my set of the mica pigments out and just mixed a little piece up. Now you can do this with a brush, or I found just when I did it before, because I like getting quite messy with this, is to just go over and rub it with your finger, and that took away the original pattern that I didn't want and just gave you a nice colour. I find I like to try and use different products that I've got within my craft equipment, and that was one way of using it. So we've gone along and shown you how to do the fastening part, and here are just a few pieces that I've worked on, just really messing about with colours. This one I particularly liked, using the lava red with some gold, and just stamping on it with a butterfly stamp. It just gave this nice different effect. And here it is just by using, I think it was old paper, the colour underneath, and again with a Platinum Planets Brilliance pad. So the same stamp, but 3 different designs, or 3 different looks to it. And also one of my favourite stamps, the Glenda one with a peacock, this tiny little image. I find if I stamp with one colour quite dark, I think I used a black, which on this surface seemed to turn sort of more brown, and then put over the Platinum Planet over the top. And another favourite stamp of mine was the little rose that comes on the teapot stamps. It's just a favourite of mine. I went in with the brown, I think, this time, and then again with the platinum over the top. So again, it's just to really, I've got a nice top there, sort of mustard colour, just to go in and match up some of your things that you might wear. And then I set about going on to doing the watch strap, and again I used the damask stamp, and this was just a watch that I'd got at home that I thought I'd try out, which actually did me a favour, because it will show you one of the problems that you might find when doing it yourself, that you need these hitch fasteners in the correct place, but I'll show you that in the next stage. So I've taken my bracelet before, and I'm going to show you the watch, which basically, if I take these off, I'll show you the setup behind. Now, one thing with these fasteners is right at the beginning they are going to be quite tight, but they will work themselves looser as time wears on. So here you can see the makeup of the watch itself. 2 slits, and then this thinner piece that will measure and gets threaded through the back, and then threaded through the watch links itself, and then to put back on. So how you go about this is you take your watch face, do your design that you want, and then place your watch face on top, and you'll find with the with any watch really, when you're putting it on your wrist, you want to find the space really where you want the watch face, and when you put it down you'll find that once edge is slightly shorter, this one longer, where you've actually got the hole at the end. So place your watch on the edge. You can do it either with a pencil, or I've got a pokey tool here, and just prick in the spaces right at the edge here, and you'll be left with a little mark, and just score along there with your knife, or like the finger knife I used, and you'll find that you'll get two little slits. You've got place your larger hole at the edge here, and then you want your smaller one at the top. I use a Japanese screw punch, but you can use a crocodile, whichever is more convenient. And then with your little strip here that you've got, I actually made a bit of a mess up. I wanted this stamp and it was a bit too detailed for this, so I've used this piece here to measure out 3¼ inches is the length you'll need, and then the width is just governed by what will fit through the watch. So you can take your width here, and as long as it's, this one perhaps could be a little bit wider, but just so that it will go through there. So stamp the large holes at either end. You could curve this if you wish, and then place the clock face onto your strap, and then this is the part where you want to put your watch on your wrist, and then when you press down here, you want to put your pen or something just in with the curve of your hand here, and release it, and then put your fasteners on top of there just by using the small hole. But you need to do it closer, because on this one, what I wanted to show you, if you have them too far away, it won't sit right, and it really bends the Grungeboard itself. So just getting that marking right. The first attempt I did it, I actually did it wrong, so I used the piece I did wrong as a little bit of a marker and moved the holes up closer. So another tip, which was excellent on the show, was to rub soap onto the fastener, and then put the strap over there, and then close it off. I've just done it on here because when I do it on my wrist it's a bit I can do it easily, okay, but just for the camera I thought it was easier just to show you. You can colour the back, it's up to you. I got a bit messy on the back, so I've just put a base colour on there, and there you have your watch. You'll find that the straps perhaps might last you 3-4 months, depending on, you know, the wear and tear of it. But one thing I will say is, just once you've finished with the strap, and this is if you're wearing it daily, if you interchange it then obviously you'll get more use out of it, but then just remove the fasteners and just replace the Grungeboard itself, and you've got the fasteners to use for another time. So I hope that's gone through a few different techniques with you. Another small idea, quick one, is one I've done using the Grungeboard and worked with pro markers, colouring in spaces, and gone over with the glossy accents. You can see it starting to dry and giving a lovely shimmer underneath. And when it's dry, I'm going to be just attaching a brooch fastener to it. Just thought that would make a nice different piece as well. Thanks for looking by again. Bye.